Nice. We're going all the way towards the floor. Yeah, and we're going to get that whatever we ate on the weekend today. We're going to work on that weekend. I hope you guys did really good on the weekend. No? Kind of.
Define good.
Are you talking about eating a lot or exercising a little or?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm doing really good on running now that I have time. So catching up with that.
Riding in this temperature, or did you do that early?
No, I go right in the heat.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you're different.
Yeah. I go right in the heat. Like I went I went before this class, so I went 9, and then I came back all sweat. And I was like, okay, let's go take a shower before class. But that was nice. So go all the way into your child's pose. Let your head to rest in your mat. Let the jaw to relax. And just taking a few deep breaths. I like to feel the sensation of the lung expanding on the back. Almost like if you could use your air and use your lung to release any tight muscle from that intercostal muscles between each breath. So those are some muscles that we breathe, that we use in the breathing, that sometimes get tight because we don't use them enough. So let yourself to really take a deep breath and feel the ribs expanding on the back. And exhale, feel them moving back to normal. Inhale. And exhale. Awesome. And on the next inhale, we're going to press the hands against the floor and rising up into a tabletop. And then 5 cat and cow. So as you take a nice and a deep breath, arch the back. Let your neck to be nice and long. Let your jaw to be parallel to the floor. And then exhale, look all the way down towards the navel. Press yourself away from the floor. Feel your shoulder blades almost facing out from each other. Inhale, dropping the belly. Feel that space. Listen to the birds. And exhale, press yourself away from the floor. So really use that pushing away from the floor to feel your shoulder blades in the back. And inhale. I think we got the last one here. Arch the back. Let your chin to be parallel to the floor without crunching on the back. And exhale, look all the way back down. And come back into a neutral spine. Nice. So we're going to slide your right leg towards the back and tuck your toes. And then slide towards the back of your mat to really feel the back of your leg. Nice. And then use your breath. It's almost like we are trying to be mindful as we ground, being mindful with the breath. And really using all the breath that we can to be. So come all the way back into your center. Switch your legs. So left leg go towards the back. We're tucking the toes and then rolling towards the heel. Nice. And then just feel the calves. Notice your calves. Notice the back of the leg. You may feel right on the heel. You may feel all the way towards your thighs. Or you might feel only in that calves. Nice. And then come all the way back here. I'd like to have the knees closer together so there is more balancing here. And slide your right leg towards the back. Try to keep your leg aligned with the spine. So almost like we're trying to become longer here And keep your toes down, your heels up, and then go ahead and bring your weight to your right arm. And then sweep the left hands, bring the hands up towards the sky. Nice. So as the whole body is almost like in a straight line from the hands all the way towards the heel. Almost like we're in a table, holding a table. Nice. And then the right hands, we're bringing the weight towards the knuckles of the hands, towards the fingertips. So we're pressing the hands, especially the inside of your hands, especially that big thumb and your index. So those are the two that really wants to stay glued to the floor. And then the exhale, switch. So bring your right leg down and switch by kicking the left leg, heel, all the way towards the back wall. And then once you find your balance in your left hands, your right hands rise up. Yeah, nice. And then finding that sensation that you find that tug-of-war. Finding the balance. Slowly feeling yourself on that connection with the left hands touching the floor. Awesome. And then go ahead and bring your hands back down towards the floor. Bring your left leg down. Take a deep breath here. We're pressing all the 10 toes now against the floor, and then press your hands first and really feel the connection with the earth before you even go up. Bring your bicep forward, your tricep to the back. Keep the hands, the inside of your hands connected to the floor. And sometimes maybe you even want to check the hands right under your shoulders so that it feels nice and comfortable. So without changing, sometimes that we really like to change before we go up. So keep that in there. And then start to lift your knees so you're still looking towards your bicep and seeing that the bicep's still there as you're coming all the way up and back. So lift all the way into your downward dog. So hips go up and back. And you can straighten your right leg, bend your left. And then you can straighten the left and bend your right. And you can keep switching, alternating, just exploring how it feels on the arms and the legs and the hands touching the floor, and how it feels behind your leg, how it feels with the spine, and maybe even finding the center to where you can distribute your weight just perfectly between your leg and the arm. Nice. And then go ahead and start to walk your feet all the way towards the hands. Inhale to a flat back, so maybe your hands can iron towards your thighs. And you really roll your shoulder back and feel your neck being longer. And exhale as you fold, bend the knees, find the opposite elbow. Hands go to the opposite elbow, and we can stay here, or we can sway side to side. It's always your choice, option. Nice. And then see where feel your shoulders, allow your ear to kind of stay away from the shoulder too, so we're not shrugging here. Nice. And we're going to roll up, so slowly you bring the hands right on the side of your thighs. Start to bend your knees so you can tuck your tailbone down and under. Slowly start to come vertebra by vertebra and stacking each vertebrae. Nice. Roll your shoulder back, re-stack yourself. So we're going to lift your hands up and over the head, and I want to make a few breaths here as we're bringing the hands up and over. Take a deep breath. And really feel the connection of the earth. Feel your spine being longer. So that's how you feel all the chakra, the energy centers of your spine realigning as you're into a mountain pose and your hand is up and over. It's almost like we're reaching up. And we might feel even that energy flowing through your spine. And then with your exhale, bring the hands palms together, hands to your heart center. Or the shoulders should be rolled back and relaxed, but your neck should be nice and long. Nice. And then slowly creating intention for your practice. And whatever that is. Slowly allowing yourself to create a pocket on the side so that you can revisit every time that you need to keep that intention throughout the practice today. So we're going to take a nice and a deep breath. So the hands up and over the head. And with your exhale, bring the hands all the way back down towards the floor. Inhale to a flat back, so let your spine to be nice and tall, nice and straight. And then exhale, bring the hands down towards the floor, step all the way back, one leg at a time to a plank. And you can shift forward or you can go all the way back into your downward dog. So it's always your choice to flow through Vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Nice. Take a deep breath in. So we're holding here for 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Awesome. Go ahead and start to walk towards the hands. Inhale to a flat back, so let your spine to lengthen, let your neck to be long. And exhale to fold. So fold, bring the hands, let your head to hang, maybe even yes and no to the head, to the neck. And then whichever feels better, maybe if you like to roll yourself up, or maybe if you like to hinge and come up. Bring the hands come up and over your head. And exhale, bring the hands to the heart center. Awesome. Inhale, bring the hands up and over the head. And exhale, sweep the hands, bring the hands all the way down towards the floor. Inhale to a flat back, so let your spine to be long. And exhale, hands down towards the floor, step one leg at a time to your plank. Awesome. You can always skip and we meet a downward dog. Or you can always modify. You can always do what it feels like. It's the day off. So go ahead and walk all the way towards the hands. Inhale to a flat back, so let your spine to be long. Exhale to fold. Roll or hinge from the hip. Exhale, hands to the head center. Awesome. Inhale, bring the hands up and over. And exhale, hands to your head center. We're bending the knees into a chair. So go ahead and deep breath. Maybe the feet can be touching together if you like your chair nice and touching toes. Or you can have the leg a little bit wider, so you can play with both. Nice. And we're taking one more deep breath. Almost like to awaken the legs and get them started. Smante. And we're going to inhale here. So we can descend and bring the hands down towards the floor with your exhale. Nice. Inhale to a flat back again. And exhale, palms down the floor, step all the way back into your plank, one leg at a time. Nice. We're going to hold here for 10. 9. So really work with your core. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. And then even look to your bicep. You can bring your bicep forward, your tricep to the back. And then we're shifting forward. So if you need your knees down on the floor, you can bring that. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Nice. Go ahead and bring your toes to touch the toes. And using the muscles on the back of the leg, we're slowly lifting the leg up towards the sky. Take a breath here. And then with your exhale, go ahead and bring your knee to the nose. Bring the right leg down to step in your mat. Spiral your left leg behind. And then inhale, rising up into a warrior one. Bring the hands up and over. And 3 breath here. Nice. And 2. And 1. Awesome. We're going to sweep the hands back down towards the floor. You can flow into your vinyasa or skip. We need a down dog. Lift your left leg up. Inhale here. And then exhale, left knee to the nose. Step forward into a warrior one. Spiral your leg behind. Inhale, bring the hands up and over the head. Awesome. Exhale, 2. And 1, sweep the hands. Bring the hands all the way back down towards the floor. Step all the way back. So bicep forward, tricep to the back. We're shifting or downward dog. So your choice. And then walking all the way towards the hands. Inhale to a flat back, so let your spine to be long. And exhale to fold. Awesome. Bend your knees, sit back into your chair. Bring the hands into your heart center, bring the hands in front of you, whichever feels better. Nice. And 2. And 1. And then slowly rising up into a mountain. Nice. Inhale, bring the hands up and over the head. And exhale, sweep the hands, bring the hands all the way back down towards the floor. Nice. Inhale to a flat back, so let your spine to be nice and long. Exhale, hands down towards the floor, one leg at a time towards the back into a plank. Awesome. So elbows down on the floor, bring one at a time. Nice, and 10 breath, 10, counting to 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. So left hands first, right hands first, and up into your plank. Nice. You can do your vinyasa, or you can send all the way back into your downward dog. And then go ahead and bring toes to touch. So your right leg now will lift again one more time. And then bring your right leg 2 steps forward. So knees to the nose, step forward into a low lunge. So go ahead and bring the left knee down towards the floor. We're going to inhale, bring the hands up and over the head. And then as you exhale, bend the elbow, and then maybe even a micro bend here. So open the chest, open the muscles, your pec muscles. Feel the breath coming in a little bit easier. Nice. 2. And 1. Awesome. Go ahead and bring your hands down towards the floor. So the left hands will plant, the right hands will twist. So right hands go up towards the sky. Breathe here. Nice. And 3, 2, and 1. Bring the hands all the way back down towards the floor. We're going to tuck the toes behind so we can step forward with the left leg. So left leg comes to meet the right. Inhale to a flat back. So let your spine to be long again. Exhale to fold. And go ahead and bend the knees, sit into your chair again. We're doing 3 breaths. Hands to your heart center or hands right in front of you. Nice. 2. And 1. Awesome. So as you bring your hands down towards the floor, your left leg stay, the right leg will step back into a high lunge. So right leg goes towards the back, right hands will go down towards the floor for a twist. So plant your right hands down right under your shoulders, and then use your core and start to twist from your chest, from the thoracic. And then bring the left hands up towards the sky. Nice. 2, 1. Awesome. Hands come down towards the floor. Plant your left hands down. Step the left leg back into a plank. Awesome. Back to your elbow. So maybe now your right elbow comes down first to the floor, and your left elbow comes down towards the floor. Holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, the left hand go up. You can flow into your vinyasa or send all the way back into your downward dog. Nice. So start to walk your feet towards each other. So the left leg can lift up. And then go ahead and bring the left leg, knees to nose, step forward. Bring your right leg down towards the floor, low lunge. You're pointing or tucking the toes behind, and 3 breaths here. So inhale, bring the hands up and over. And then bend the elbow, open the chest, rotate. 3. Nice, exhale. 2. Awesome. And 1. Nice. Bring the hands down towards the floor. And we're twisting. So right hands down, left hands up towards the sky. 3. 2. 1. Awesome. Bring the left hands down towards the floor. We're tucking the toes behind. And then slowly lifting to the knees off the floor so that you can step the right leg forward. Inhale to a flat back, so let your spine to be long. And exhale to fold. Nice. Bend the knees, inhale to a chair. Nice, 3 breaths here. 2. And 1. Nice. And then bring the hands down towards the floor. So as we descend now, so the right leg stay, the left leg will step back into that twist. Left hand will come down towards the floor, and right hand will come up towards the side. So take 3 breaths here. So to the opposite side. Right hands up, left hands down, right hands up. Awesome. Bring the hands down towards the floor. We're stepping all the way back into your plank. So go all the way back. Take a deep breath here. Nice. So knees down towards the floor. Let your toes to touch. Let your knees to be wider. 5 breaths in the child's pose. So you're earning. Let your spine to be long. Maybe even reconnecting with your breath. Nice, exhale. Then you come back into your tabletop. I hope so you guys can be cooler. Nice. Tuck your toes behind. Send all the way back into your down dog. Awesome. Go ahead and walk all the way towards the hands. Inhale to a flat back, so let your spine to lengthen. And exhale to fold. Nice. And we're rising up, so slowly either roll yourself up or hinge yourself and rise up. Bring the hands up and over the head. And exhale, bring the hands to the heart center. Nice. Inhale, send the hands up and over the head. And exhale, sweep the hands, bring the hands all the way back down towards the floor. Inhale to a flat back, so let your spine to be longer. And exhale, hands down towards the floor, step all the way back into your plank. Nice. So left elbow comes down, right elbow's come down. Another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and 1. So left elbow, left hands come first, right hands come after. Bring your bicep forward, tricep to the back. Nice, send it all the way back into your downward dog. Bring your toes to touch toes, lift your right leg up. Inhale. And with your exhale, bring your right knees to the nose, step forward. We're going all the way into a high lunge now, so keep that right leg forward. Inhale, rise up, hands go up and over. Nice. And then once you find your alignment here, go ahead and sweep your hands out, and then to grab the hands on the back. And once you find that grab, we're going to point the index, and then right behind your left knee. And then bring your shoulder back, and almost like we're trying to touch the shoulder blades with the shoulder blades right in the center. So your chest can go up. We're taking one more breath here. And then as you exhale, we're bringing that chest to your thigh, and your hands go up towards the sky. Nice, breathe. 2. And 1. Awesome. Sweep your hands, bring your hands all the way back down towards the floor. So we're going to try to straight the right leg here. So into a pyramid. So slowly try to stretch the right leg. And we're holding for 5, 4, and 3, 2, and 1. Nice. So as you bend your right leg, and then bring your hands forward enough that the left leg can rise up, and we can kick into standing split. So press the right leg down towards the floor. Breathe. Nice. And 3, 2, and 1. Left leg will meet the right into a forward fold. We're going to inhale to a halfway. And exhale as you fold. Again, bend both of your knees and sit into a chair again. So bring the hands right in front of you or hands to the heart center. Nice, exhale. 2, 1. Nice. So as the hands come down towards the floor, plant your hands back in the floor. The right leg will step towards the back and into a lunge. And plant your right hands down on the floor, twist towards the left side. So left hands go up towards the sky. Nice. 3, 2, and 1. Bring the left hands back down towards the floor. We're stepping your right leg behind. Right elbow come down towards the floor first. So right elbow to plank, left elbow to plank. Nice. And holding for 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. So right hand will come up, left hand will come up, send it all the way back into your downward dog. Nice. Go ahead and bring your toes with the toes together. Lift your right leg come up. And then go ahead and bring your right knees to the nose. Step the right leg through again. We're coming up into a warrior 1, so bring your left leg down towards the floor. Inhale, rising up. And your hands up and over. Awesome. And as you find your balance here, we're going to come forward into a warrior 3. So bring the weight towards the front leg. Kick the left leg up. Warrior 3. Nice. Take a nice and deep breath. Exhale back into that half split. So bring the hands down towards the floor. Left leg come up. Awesome. And then bring the left leg down towards the floor. We're sitting back into a chair, so sit into your chair, bring the hands to the heart center. Nice, exhale. Inhale, we're almost there. Nice. So as you inhale here, we're going to transition on the exhale to fold. Go ahead and step both of your legs towards the back. You can do your vinyasa or you can send all the way back into your downward dog. Nice. And then your left leg doing the same thing, so left leg comes up. Take a deep breath here. Exhale, left knee to the nose. Step forward, warrior one. Spread your right leg in the back. Inhale, rising up, bringing the hands up and over. Nice. So find your balance on the left leg. Take one more breath here before we go. Nice, and then exhale, start to lean forward, find the balance in the left. Bring the right leg into a warrior three. Nice, two, and one. And then moving into a standing split, so the hands will go down towards the floor. The right leg might go a little bit higher. Oh, my fight with the leg. Awesome, two, and one. And then seating to a chair, bring the right leg through. Bend both of your knees. Nice. Inhale, bring the hands to the heart center. Exhale. Nice. Inhale. And exhale, bring the hands down towards the floor. Nice. And go ahead and step all the way back into your plank. You can do your vinyasa, you can send it all the way back into your downward dog. Nice. So as you bring your toes with the toes, your left leg will rise. And now bring that left knee to the nose, step forward. So we're going to try to straight that left leg now. So left leg straight into a pyramid. Nice. So slowly letting that, working on holding that leg straight for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Awesome. So bend your knee. And go ahead and bring that right leg into, so bring the hands, walk your hands forward, hopefully stay on your mat. Keep the right leg up into a standing split again. Nice. Awesome. Right leg will meet your left. Bring it down. Awesome. Inhale to a flat back so that your spine should be long. Exhale to fold. Nice. Hands down towards the floor. Step all the way back into your plank. Bring the knees down towards the floor. Child's pose. So point your toes. Take another 5 breaths here. Nice. 4. 2. And 1. Nice. We're going to press the hands against the floor and come all the way back into your tabletop. Awesome. Tuck your toes behind, send all the way back into your downward dog. And walk your feet to touch toes, toes to touch toes. Lift your right leg up. Awesome. We're going to step forward, so right knees to the nose, step forward. Warrior 2 now, so we're slowly letting that leg to almost like feel like it's coming out towards the outside of your leg. And as you rise up, go straight to a warrior 2, open your arms. Nice. Awesome. So reverse, left hands to the left thigh, bring the right hands up and over. Maybe look all the way to that left toe, the little toe. Nice. And then as you exhale, your right elbow to your right knee. Bring the left hands up and over. So almost like you're trying to glue that the ear towards your right bicep. Nice. 2. And 1. Awesome. Come all the way back into your warrior 2. Take a deep breath here. And with your exhale, we're going to a half moon, so slowly coming forward. All the way forward. Almost imagine that you have a little tabletop here so you can hold it to your table. And then slowly let yourself to maybe find the floor or maybe just bounce into your right leg. And sometimes it's just easier to be looking towards the floor, not even touching the hands on the floor. Sometimes it works better. And that left leg can come down towards the floor anytime it needs. Nice. So start to bend and soften your right leg so you can step all the way back. Nice and soft. So we're landing nice and soft and coming back into your warrior two. Awesome. Come all the way back down towards the floor. So bring the hands down towards the floor. Step all the way back into your plank. Nice. Knees down towards the floor. Point your toes behind. And let yourself to take 3 breaths here in child's pose. So breathing in. Exhale. Let your spine to lengthen. Nice. So as we're coming back, press the hands against the floor, come all the way back into your tabletop. Realign your leg, realign your arm again. Tuck your toes behind, send the hip up and back into your downward dog. Walk your feet together. And then the left leg will rise. 2 step forward. Nice. And then again, to go to a warrior 2, so you want to kind of bring the left leg out already a little bit. So as you rise up, bring the hands up and over. Nice. And take a deep breath here. Right hands will touch your right thigh. The left hands go up and over. Nice. Really reaching, creating space in that left side. Nice. Use the breath again, the same way that we did on child's pose. And exhale, come back into your warrior 2. Bring the left elbow to the left knee. Bring the right hands to go up and over. And so again, use the breath, feel that energy coming from your feet all the way up towards the fingertips. Awesome. All the way back into your warrior 2. And we're going to find the balance on the left leg. To reach forward. Imagine a chair or somewhere where you like to hang or hold, and then lift your right leg up. Find the floor, or maybe not. Sometimes I feel like bringing the hands down towards the floor makes me out of balance. Nice. 2 and 1. Finding your way back, nice and easy. Warrior 2. And all the way back into your tabletop, child's pose. Take 3 breaths again. Relax your shoulders, relax your body. Let's start with the breath. Notice the heartbeat. Nice exhale. Inhale. Nice and deep. Awesome. Nice. So go ahead and hands down towards the floor. Come all the way back into your tabletop. And tuck your toes and keep the feet up and back into your downward dog. We're walking all the way towards the hands, so go slow. Walk towards the hands. Inhale to a flat back, so let your spine to be nice and long. Exhale to fold. You can roll up or you can hinge. Bring hands up and over. Exhale, hands to the hips. Nice. So go ahead and sit into your chair again. Leg's going to be nice and strong. Nice. 2 and 1. Nice. So if you feel like you need to come up for this next one, you can come back into your mountain. Or you can go from here. So bring the weight towards the left leg. Then start to lift your right leg into a figure of 4. And then maybe sinking a little bit more. And maybe the hands can come back to the heart center, maybe the hands can stay kind of helping yourself out here with the nice 2 and 1. So in the same way that you came in, relax the leg, bring the leg down towards the floor, press both of your legs down towards the floor, bring the hands up and over towards the sky. And exhale, bring the hands to the heart center. Nice. So you can check with your breath again, so take a deep breath in. Feel the heartbeat. We got it, honey? Yeah? Inhale, bring both of your hands up towards the sky. And exhale. So as you bring the hands to the heart center, we're working still with the right leg. So right leg comes in. We're going to hold your right leg and then find the inside and the outside. And then see if you can slide your heels away from you. Almost like you want to try to stretch the bottom of your leg. So what I like to feel as I'm pressing my hands against my legs, I find the balance. Nice. And then slowly let yourself to come all the way back. Slowly come back down. Yeah, it takes a little bit of work in it. Yeah.
Takes a little bit of balance.
Yeah. So and then same thing to the opposite side. So now we're going to sit into your chair again. So same thing that we did to the left side. So sit into your chair. Nice. And bring the weight towards the right leg. So now it's the figure of 4 in your left leg. So left leg comes up. If they make it towards the right. Nice. And it's more of a balance. It's a pretty good stretch, but it's a balancing. Nice. Yeah. Awesome. And go ahead and slowly come back in the same way that you came, nice and slow. Yeah. Awesome. Woo, yeah. Nice. Take the hands, bring the hands up and over the head. And exhale, bring the hands into the heart center. Nice. So relax your shoulders, let yourself to catch up with the breath again. Exhale. Nice. Awesome. So we're doing the same thing and bring the weight towards the right leg. So now that left leg can come up. And then find so your hands touching the inside of your feet. The hands touching the outside of your feet. And then once you find that, you can start to slide your heel away. And it doesn't have to be nice and straight, perfect. Sliding. Nice. Awesome. And you know that's gonna be that side that it's almost like, oh. Yeah, nice. Awesome. So inhale, bring both of your hands up towards the sky. And exhale, sweep the hands all the way back down towards the floor. Inhale to a flat back, so up your spine. To be nice and long. Exhale, bring the hands all the way back down to the floor and step all the way back to your plank. Nice. So to the right leg will bend and come down towards the floor into a side plank. Left leg will go nice and straight. So your right hands will come down towards the floor, your left hands go up towards the sky. Nice. Exhale. Holding for 3. 1, 2. Nice. 1, and bring the hands down towards the floor. Awesome. Sweep your spine. going to slide your legs through both of your legs is in front of you. Nice. And then come all the way to your back. Bend your knees. And walk your feet. Walk your feet almost close to where you can touch. And then press your feet down towards the floor. Keep your gaze nice and straight towards the ceiling. And we're going to slowly use your core. So keep the core nice and closed as you're pressing your legs against the floor and slowly rising up your hips. And we're holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Come all the way back. Bring your vertebrae by vertebrae, slowly coming back down towards the floor. And maybe that knee can come up almost like halfway. Maybe the hands can touch the knee. Maybe we can go all the way around doing circular motion with the knee. Nice. And maybe it feels good to do to the other side too. Awesome. Nice. And maybe readjusting yourself to do a shoulder stand. So we're going to lift your leg up and over the head, and going to apply, like almost like we want to touch the toes on the back, and then we're coming back to point the toes towards the skies, and then all the way back into a plow, and then all the way back down towards the floor. So we're lifting up, lift the leg, bring the leg to touch, maybe almost like touching the floor, almost toes to the floor, and then bring your toes to point up towards the sky. Keep your gaze at your toes, so don't move the gaze out to the side. And then before we come down, we can bend the knees again. And make sure you're breathing. Maybe you can play around and kind of feel where you are. And then as you come all the way back down, take your time. Nice. We're going to straight both of your legs nice and flat on the floor. And then press your elbows down against the floor and lift your chest into a fish pose. So as your chest lift, bring your forehead down on the floor. And then imagine that there is a string right in the center of your chest, lifting you. Nice, exhale. Nice, and slowly coming back into the flat surface. Awesome. So bring your knees back to your chest. Walk your feet all the way back, nice and slow. Give a nice hug, maybe hold in the back. We're coming all the way into a seated, so if you like to roll to the side, you can do that. Or if you like to find the momentum and then come all the way back to a seated, straight your leg. Nice. We're going to inhale, bring the hands up and over the head. And exhale, right in front of you into a forward fold. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Nice. And slowly let yourself to straight your spine. We're going to bend your right leg, bend your left leg. Nice. And we're looking all the way towards the back into the left side, the left shoulder. Nice, exhale. deep breath. Bring your gaze forward, walk your hands all the way in front of your mat. And then kick your right leg to the back, or go into a seated, if you like to do that one in seated. And into a pigeon. Nice. Take a deep breath in. With your exhale, bring the elbows down. Maybe walk yourself all the way towards surrendering and starting to letting the body to be heavier. As you slowly release any tension around the hips. We're going to take another deep breath in to rise up. So walk your hands slowly back and towards the left side, so you can roll back into that left hip, and then kick your right leg through and bring the left leg to your right inner thigh. And inhale, bring the hands up and over. And exhale to the right leg. Next exhale. Two. And one. Awesome. Walk your hands all the way back. Kick your left leg forward. Give a little shake. Nice. So now we're bending your left leg to the outside. Bend your right leg. And we're looking all the way towards the right shoulder. Next exhale. And two. One. And walk your hands all the way in front of your mat again. And kick the left leg back into a pigeon. Nice. And then with your exhale, elbow down, hands down, head down. Inhale, starting to rise up again. And walk your hands all the way towards the right side. Kick your left leg forward. Just bring your right leg on the inside. Bring the hands up and over. And then with your exhale, towards the left leg. Breathe in, and out. And then slowly walk your hands all the way back. Kick your right leg through. And then all the way into your back for Savasana. So let yourself to do any extra happy baby or anything else that feels good to you. few deep breaths. Exhale. So you're taking, as you take a nice and a deep breath, let your forehead to slowly relax. Let the muscles around your eyes to relax. Let your shoulders to be heavy. So slowly allowing all the muscles in the shoulders to just let go. And slowly starting to become aware of the surroundings. Take a deep breath in. And starting to move the fingertips, the toes. We're going to move to either your right or the left, whichever feels better. Bending the knees. Rolling to the side. Giving a nice hug to the leg. And maybe even creating a gratitude list. Being grateful for every single cell. For the legs. For the arms. And then slowly start to walk all the way back. We're going to bring the hands to the heart center. Thank you so much for joining today. Y'all have an amazing rest of the week. Namaste.